Hello guys, this is Pedram Raufi and you are watching the market review. In this program we are going to talk about the situation which is going on the stock market and the forex market and as well on the crypto market. We are going to talk about today's economic calendar and which kind of news we have, which kind of news are more important that we have to pay more attention on them. And actually, at the end, we are gonna look through the charts of the MetaTrader so we can find a solution for our tradings intraday for in the day, during the day. So we're going to see what is going on the markets. As you heard already, the China is actually tightening the politics against the rules against the gaming companies, and mostly actually China is tightening the rules for most of the companies and monopolists of his own market, of his own stock market. It really have a really bad impact on the markets, and it actually had a real bad impact on the markets. But especially about these two gaming companies, which are actually the Tencent and NetEase. We are going to talk about these two companies and see what is going on with them, what is going on with their shares. So don't forget, firstly, we are going to look through the stock market, what is going on with the stock market. The optimism on the stock market, of the United States stock market, is actually continuing. This optimism is because of the stimulus which have been approved by the government and it's approving nowadays. But when the correction comes, all of the situation will change. Let's look through the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. And what are they indicating us for now? As we see, they are kind of updating their maximums. They're going higher and higher. 4,540 for S&P 500 and for Dow Jones is really getting near to the local maximum, which is 35,500. And this really could signal a next reversal because the S&P 500 is kind of unrealistic. It's kind of unrealistic because in the S&P 500 we have a divergence between the capitalization of the market and the earning of the companies, and this fact is continuing to actually spare. This fact is continuing to grow. So Dow Jones and the picture of Dow Jones chart is more realistic. We are going to make decisions out of this chart of Dow Jones, which is the industrial index of the United States of the United States market. 35,500. Could we get a reversal here? We can, but we have to really pay attention on how the prices are going to test this maximum. If they're going to test this maximum with a really big impulse, it could be a reason to think about the next reversal. If they are going to push up toward this maximum and to consolidate, so it could be a really good reason to continue the long positions for the stock market and of course the short positions for United States dollar, because the correlation between United States dollar and the stock market is, as you know, works against dollar. It means when the stock market is rising, dollar index is going to fall. And as we see, it's falling. The dollar index is falling as well, but it's really testing the monthly minimum, which is at the 92.45. 92.40, 92.60. This range is going to get retest. And after that, we can say, is dollar going to continue the falling or not? Or it's not gonna fall and it's going to rise. So if we get a reverse here, maybe in the midterm, maybe in the short term, we can actually open the long for dollar. But if we get an upward impulse here, it's not gonna be a really good sign of the next growth. So if we get a downward impulse here, it's better actually. It means that the market is going to retest the bottom and then it's going to rise. So we have to pay attention on this fact as well. And about the two companies about which I told you, the Tencent Holding and NetEase Interactive, these two companies have fall because of the China's rules, which are against these companies, that actually get tightening the monetary policy as well, get tightened. During the previous week, the monetary policy of China get really a little smoother, but in this week they're actually they're starting to tightening the rules, actually monetary policy. So they're giving less money, they're taking the liquidity, and it caused this kind of falls in the market. As we see here, maybe we have some pushing toward the local maximum, toward the local resistance, but we have a range here for 50, 59, 58, 60. We have to get higher than this range, and then after that, if the prices get really stuck on this resistance, we can talk about the next rise of the prices. For the NetEase as well, here we have a gap. It have to get closed. It would not close actually, but here's a range, and after prices get strengthened above this range, we can talk about the next rise of the prices. So 92.20 or and 90.80, 92.20, 90.80 is going to be the range after this after the retest of which we could decide where are these two stock indexes are going to go. It means that this range have to be retested. If this range here and this range here get retested by an impulse, it's a really bad signal. It means that the prices can go lower. And if we have a real low impulses and really low volatility here, it could be exactly the same signal that actually prices can continue the downward movement. As we already know the scenario about dollar really can reverse from the bottom of the market, and the stock market, due to the graphics, due to the picture of Dow Jones chart, they really can reverse. They really could reverse. But if before this reverse we have an impulse in Dow Jones, it means that dollar could get a downward impulse as well, and just after that it could start to rise again, and Dow Jones and S&P 500 could really start to fall after that. So if this impulse happens, that's a really better signal to start the short positions for the stock market. Euro and pound and Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar have risen because of the continuance of downward movement of dollar, of United States dollar, and now they're actually testing very good resistance as well. Here about the euro, we can say before the price get under 1.18, we can rise. If prices get under 1.18, we kind of go again, we can actually return to the downward movement. About pound to United States dollar, they're actually above the local resistance of 137.60. So if the prices get under this level 137.60, we can talk about the dollar's strengthening. But before that, before this fall of the prices of this pair, we cannot talk about this. And about the buys here now, it's really early to talk, because now the prices are testing a target level, or as you like to say, a psychological level of 138. If this impulse ends by the retest of this level and then the downward movement or formation of a fractal, it can be the sign of next downward movement. It could be the sign of next reversal. So pay attention on that and this as well. Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, as we see, prices are actually higher than the local maximum. but this local maximum can break and the prices can really get under this level. So the idea of reversal is here. The idea of reversal of the trend is really here. We have the expanding formation here. We have the expanding formation which look like this actually. Expanding formation, it means that prices can start to do reversal movement. So if you see the the formation which is look like that, we have to think about the reversal. We have to understand that the reversal can really happen. So here maximum, our target to close the buying and purchases of Australian dollar is about 0.735, 0.7350. Okay, so here really we don't have potential for next rise of the Australian dollar or New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar is actually testing this maximum. So I mean, guys, you have to be really careful with the buy or long positions of euro, pound, Australian dollar, and New Zealand dollar as well. We have to be really careful. Next, we are going to see what is going on with the assets of which are related to gold. For example, the gold, the silver, United States dollar to the franc, and United to Swedish franc, and euro to Swedish franc, and dollar to Japanese yen. As you know, Japanese yen, Swedish franc, they are as like as gold. They are the assets which are hedging, which are used for hedging the stock market. So the correlation is opposite. And due to this fact, if the stock market start to go downward, the gold and silver can really continue this upward movement till the test of, for example, for gold, till the test of 1,828, 1,825 maximum. And as you see here, we have the expanding formation as well on the silver prices chart. As you see, we have the expansion, the formation, expanding formation, which means that we could have a reversal. And in this kind of patterns, during the formation of this kind of patterns, is really better to not to trade. So we have to wait for gold as well. And about the oil prices, about the oil market, they're pushing higher because of the hurricane Ida in the United States, which actually make a real big pressure on the oil market. Because of that, it makes companies to think that oil producing is have to get cut for a while, and after the hurricane ends, and after that they just gonna start to produce oil. So during this time, oil can jump. And as we see, we have the different signals of the next jump of oil. So $70 is really realistic. Think about $70 or even $71. $70 and $71. It's a really realistic target for oil. Sorry. And for Bitcoin and Ethereum, as you know, they kind of made a reversal movement, but we have to wait for the next strengthening. If we get some impulses in the near future, downward impulses in the Bitcoin prices, about 46,500, it could be a really good sign of the reversal, of the next reversal. If we get under this level, under this 46,500, it could be a really bad signal, because if we get strengthened under this level and we don't get any impulses, I mean downward impulses, it could be a real bad signal of a next continuance of the next downward movement. But here the impulse was really, really mighty. It was really, really powerful. Here at the Ethereum as well, this impulse is really heavy. So maximum the risk of the next downward movement for Ethereum is about 3,200, 3,150. And after that, if this movement, which gonna be in the next movement of the prices of Ethereum, Bitcoin, if it get really impulsive and downward impulsive, and really in the near future retest this range, this support range, this could be a real good signal of the next upward movement. Guys, thank you that you watched this video. Don't forget to subscribe on our channel and ring the bell. After that, you could actually find really interesting and different type of videos from different speakers and different traders, which gonna get you very interesting ideas of trading for your day, for your week, and etc. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Write what you think about this video. Until next time, guys, bye bye, have good trades.